It is a full moon in Scorpio, and it's happening on the 24th at 00:49 a.m. On the 24th, you'll see lots of places that say it's happening on the 23rd. That's probably because they're not on UK time, yeah? If you think of America is 5 hours behind, so it'll be happening yesterday, for example, yeah? Here in England, 24th, 00:49 a.m. at 4 degrees and 17 minutes of Scorpio. Now, strong full moon because it's actually coming on the back of lots of other astrological events that are not separate from it. So let's consider the full moon only, yeah? Full moon in Scorpio, what does that mean? Scorpio is about visceral emotions, about very, very deep stuff within ourselves, about death and rebirth. It's ruled by Pluto, who pulls out trauma from the roots, brings it to the light so that it can be released forever, for good, once and for all. Good news. The other thing that Scorpio is about is very private, it's very much about secrets, it's very much about inwards. So a full moon in Scorpio, very bright light in this area will, bring up to the surface secrets. They could be secrets that other people have held from us. They could be things that we have kept from ourselves, that we didn't want to admit, that maybe we're in denial about. And Scorpio is also a fixed sign, doesn't like change. And the full moon is the moon in Scorpio opposite the sun in Taurus, another fixed sign. Now, there's a little extra layer of vavavoom to this because the moon is in Scorpio, the sun is in Taurus, and both of them are squaring Pluto, which is in Aquarius, yeah? So there is kind of like this kind of triangle of activation and tension in these fixed signs. Aquarius is about innovation, about the good of the collective, about technology, about how we think, yeah? And the higher mind is ruled by Uranus, yeah? It's like the higher mind, the divine mind, yeah? As opposed to Mercury, which is just our thoughts. Aquarius and Uranus is about the higher part of that, yeah? It's like an octave higher than Mercury, Uranus that rules Aquarius. So it's also about how we think. Scorpio is the depths of our feeling. That's our full moon, a culmination in that area. Yeah. Opposite Taurus, which is the divine feminine, our security. Yeah. And our food as well, our money. Squaring both of them to Uranus in Aquarius, which is all about the higher mind. Are we thinking to a higher perspective? Are we still in the small me? And all of those together, what are we in denial about? What has been hidden from us? What is a culmination? Yeah, what is coming to a head? Now, this energy is there by itself and is also supported by other stuff going on. It's not just it, okay? We've just had a conjunction of Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus, okay? This has completely blown things out of the water. It's a once every 14-year event. I've done a video about it if you want to look. It's on my YouTube. So what's happening with this? This is contributing to the full moon because on the 21st was this conjunction, okay? It's been operational for a month and it will be, you're going to feel it for the whole year pretty much, yeah? Strongly for the next month or two. And this was about pushing things to a head, making things completely blow up that were not good for us, but maybe they were just there in the background that we were used to, that we kind of had to get round to, and they were kind of dragging us down, but we felt safe in them, yeah? Maybe something that had felt safe for years and years and years that didn't serve us suddenly was taken away, yeah? Maybe some old karma about the divine feminine within us that didn't serve came up to a head so that we could clear it, yeah? There's an opportunity of quantum healing here. And we are still in this energy of quantum healing. Uranus, the higher mind, Jupiter, expansion, generosity, the divine, both of them are spiritual divine planets. Now, on top of this, we got this lovely full moon coming in and digging deeper to shed light on anything else that needs to come up while we're still in this energy. While we're still in this energy of what do I need to heal? What's come up? Yeah? What quantum healing what did I start doing that actually there's more to come up, so I can use this kind of zapping energy to just blow it out of the water and be free forever. The price of this freedom is a little bit like the Hanged Man in the tarot, yeah? You will get something by releasing something. And the thing that is being released in this full moon is something that we are comfortable with, that constitutes a sense of safety in the way we think, in our emotion, in our daily life, in our routine, in our food, because it is a full moon in fixity, and this fixity wants to be changed, yeah? We give up the fixity in ourselves, the rigidity in ourselves, in our emotions, in our thinking, yeah, in our routines, in order to become free. And we have an extra kind of like tailwind from this conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus, okay? So anything to let go of or rewire, it's a great time to do it. On top of this, there is extra layers of meaning, of course. It's not just one thing or another thing in itself. On top of this, what's going on? We've had Mercury retrograde in Aries going back to see how we can be our best selves by clearing up any energies or any attributes we've given ourselves through childhood trauma, through what others have told us. Aries is about the head, maybe the way we thought of ourselves that was continuing in a limiting way from when we were children. We've had a chance to heal that with our Mercury retrograde. We're still in that energy of Mercury retrograde because Mercury goes direct on the 25th. So we're still back here looking at stuff. So the conjunction of Jupiter-Uranus blew things out of the water that needed to go. This full moon is giving us the opportunity to let go of stuck and rigid routines and emotions that we no longer need, and shedding light on anything that we didn't see, was concealed, or were in denial about. So that's awesome. The Mercury retrograde is encouraging us to really let it go, to go back and heal it, yeah? We got one more day to do it. And on top of that, to really, really help us, right? To really help us get real, we have Mars that's coming very close to Neptune, and Mars has gone all the way around the zodiac, and now it's in Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac. And because Neptune is at the very end of Pisces, like Mars is continuing his journey, is going to meet up with it, but it's very close to it now, and then it's going to start Aries again, and it's going to make us fresh with this brand new fabulous energy. So Mars next to Neptune, as this stuff is happening, is also clearing up illusion. It's clearing up illusion because Neptune, that rules the movie industry, is all about illusion, yeah? The higher side of Neptune is the divine feminine, is boundless love, which also can mean lack of boundaries, right? So Mars is coming in to regulate that, to say, just a minute, it's all been very watery and emotional, let's come back and put some fire in it. Let's, really bring that to a balance, yeah? So you see how many things are going on in this moon, but really the main thing is to let go of fixity, let go of rigidity, really face what's going on. Really face what was happening when we were kids, because we're still in that Mercury retrograde, we're still doing the work in there. It's going direct on the 25th, yeah? And see if we can heal that. So this full moon is asking us to step back, take a look at everything that's been going on, everything that's been coming up, and then reach into the deepest areas of ourselves where we might believe or think we need that security, that crutch, and pull them out and let them go and shed light on them. It's also about self-acceptance, yeah? Because sometimes the things we're in denial about are things about ourselves we don't want to accept, okay? So there's a big part of that as well. It's almost like it's like a conspiracy to make us evolve and grow up and become our own sense of security from within. So it's a really awesome full moon. Now, on the 25th, to top up this energy, we've got Mercury going direct, and then it's in its shadow of retrograde until about the 13th to 15th of May, which means it's almost like, we've done the work during the retrograde, and now it's like, okay, let me just settle and see where I am now that I've let go of all this stuff, yeah? So we've got sort of like a bit of time to let this energy integrate, okay? So this is a really great opportunity in this full moon to allow things to come up, to allow things to, be clear, to see things even if they may be shocking, they may be painful, to use the energy of the Uranus and Jupiter conjunction to quantum heal from it, to really say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah? And, a full moon is a culmination. So what's going to culminate? A culmination, it could be an ending, or it could be a reimagining of an existing situation. So if you're in a relationship, it could be that you end the relationship or the friendship or the job, or it could be a culmination. You get a promotion in it. Yeah. You take the relationship to the next level. You resolve some issues in it. Yeah. We're not victims of what's going on out there. We are very much co-creating our reality. Yeah. What happens, is like literally we've got these energies that are assisting us. How do we want to play with them? How do we want to use them? Okay. So if you want to know where this is happening in your chart, because it will affect you if you have some planets in the fixed signs and aspecting the full moon, the Uranus conjunction, also the eclipses, also the Mercury retrograde, then come and find me at thehealingcentral.com and we can have a personalized reading of astrology or, tarot, angel, whatever is calling you to shed light and assist you in having a more prosperous and joyful life at the moment. And I wish you a wonderful full moon. I have, I think it's 2 spots left on my Goddess Isis Healing Belly Dance and Astrology workshop tomorrow. So if you want to come, I will look at everyone's chart there in detail, and we'll also dance and release some stuff which can also be ancestral, which would be awesome. So I wish you all the best, lots of love. And behind me I've painted this lion, which is about courage, which we really need in this time. I've painted this hyena as well. This hyena is about boundaries, yeah, especially if you're like a sort of really nice, so you work like in healing and you're sort of like nice and sometimes you get taken advantage of. The hyena is a very good ally. And I have a bear, which is very much about protection. And the energy at the moment I have here, Kali, yeah? And Kali is an energy that just slices through things. It's like, okay, if you invoke Kali, Kali will be a bit like Uranus. It will just get rid of it, whatever you don't need, okay? So, I wish you all the best, lots of love,